Hi my lovelies, welcome to the channel. So today, I am in a horrible mood. So I figured what better way to make myself feel better than to talk about every single book that I'm excited to read next year. So we are doing my 26 books for 2026. We have got a mix of new releases. We have got a mix of books that have been on my TBR way longer than they should have been. We've got a couple on here that I'm not even sure will come out in 2026, but I'm hoping and praying. And so I just wanted to share everything that I'm excited about that I'm hopefully going to get to read in 2026. I will preface this by saying I am religiously bad at sticking to TBRs and just keeping goals when it comes to my reading. I'm very much a mood reader, so it is extremely likely that I will barely touch this list. I think for 2025 I've maybe read like 5 or 6 of my 25 for 25. We're hoping for the best here. I'm very excited about every single one of these books, so I'm hoping that I read them, and also a lot of them are on my TBR, so I would really love to knock some of those off because they have been on here for way too long. So let's just get right into it, shall we? The first one, this is one of the ones that I am probably the most excited for out of all of the books, and that is The Arachnid by Ivy Ophelia. This is book 2 in the Poisoner series, and The Poisoner was one of my favorite books of 2025. And so knowing, I'm pretty sure that we're getting The Arachnid, which is book 2, and The Cannibal, which is book 3, in 2026. I am so over the moon. Poisoner, basically, it is an enemies to lovers book, and it is the most murdery enemies to lovers book, and the most toxic one that I think I have probably ever read, and it was incredible. I think I rated it 4.75. I could not speak higher of that book. I would recommend it to everybody as long as you like dark romance and a very toxic relationship. I think it's so fun, and the fact that we're getting book 2, I cannot wait. So that is my top one. That one I know for a fact I'm reading. Same with the next one. Here's the thing, I'm probably going to say this about every single one, but this one I would be very surprised if I didn't read, and that's In Her Own League by Liz Tomforty. This is Monty and Reese's book, and I loved Monty in Caught Up and Play Along, and so getting his book, I cannot wait. And also knowing that we get cameos of Kyan Miller and Isaiah and Kennedy, don't even get me started. See, you know what? I'm already feeling better. This is exactly what I needed. I just needed to film. So that is one that I'm very excited about. I feel like I've been waiting decades for this. Same with The Arachnid, honestly, but this is one that I know for a fact that is going to be absolutely incredible when I pick it up, and so I'm very excited about it. The next one, this has been on my TBR for a while. I have read this book, but I read it a few years ago, and I bought the whole series because I started reading it from the library, and I was like, oh, this is so good, I want to annotate it. So I bought the entire series box set, and I have had it for a few years now, and I still have not read it, and that is Shatter Me. I read this, I really liked it, and then I just did not continue the series. So this is one that I definitely need to read. My friend Maurice and I were planning on buddy reading this, I hope. But here's the thing, my friend Vander read this and it just went downhill. It became so messy. And so I am scared, but also I am very excited to possibly fall in love with Aaron Warner. So that is the goal. I would really like to read this. I would like to put a decent dent in the series because I think that there's 8 or 9 books. And then I also have Watch Me. I just have a problem. So I would really like to read this one. I would love to get it off my TBR. The next one. This one I'm really excited about because I read another series by Saxon James, maybe Eden Finley as well, and that's the Divorced Dads Club series, and I really liked it. And this one is Egotistical Puck Boy, and it is book 1 in the Puck Boy series, and this is an MM hockey romance, and this series is like 10 books long, and so I am very excited to dive into this. I don't know at all what the first one is about, but every time I see them pop up, I just get more and more excited, so I'm very excited to check this series out. I love an MM romance, and I would love to just fall in love with a hockey romance series again, especially one that's this long. And I also think that it's almost done now. I think the last book is either out recently or just coming out soon. So it's the perfect time to jump into this. The next one is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I have heard nothing but incredible things about this, and so I would really like to read it, especially because I own both books in hardcover. I need to read this. So this is one that I'm really hoping to read. Hopefully I can buddy read this with my girl Maurice. I would love that very much. But this is one that I definitely should have read by now. I definitely should have read it before I bought the special edition of both books, but alas, I have a spelling problem. Okay, this one is a maybe. And this one is Bad Bishop by L.J. Shen. This is on my December TBR. If you haven't watched that, what are you doing? I can see myself reading it this month, but I also know that I have a busy rest of the month, and so I might not. So it is definitely a book that if I do not read in December, I will be reading in 2026, and it is on my 26 in 2026. But I wrote it on my list in pencil so that on the off chance that I do read it in December, I'll just sub it with something else. But yeah, this is my maybe, because I'm on a real big alien romance and like barbarian romance kick right now. So I don't know for sure if I will read this in December, but I am definitely reading it in 2026, so that's why it's going on here. Okay, I should have read this ages ago, especially because I have the special edition, and that's The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This one also, it's one of my best friend's favorite books, and I bought this because I was getting her this special edition for Christmas years ago, by the way, from Book Depository, I think, and Book Depository was closing, so I was like, okay, I need to buy this. Have I read the book? No. I think what I'm gonna do with this one, though, is I want to film like a reading sad books video, and then I'll throw this one in there. But I do really want to read this, and I don't know why I haven't yet, because if you have seen any videos on my channel, you know that I am a sucker for an romance, especially one with like yearning and angst and pain. So the fact that I haven't read this yet is really shocking, but it's one that I definitely want to read in 2026. This one is Once Upon a Demon's Heart by K.M. Moranova. Let me double check that actually. Yes, Moranova. This one I put on one of my TBRs, I think, and it's one that I am really excited about, but for some reason I just keep putting off picking it up. But it's one that I would really like to pick up, and I don't know why I keep putting it off, because it sounds really good. So I'm hoping that I read this one. I don't really know what it's about. Okay, yeah, so I'm reading the synopsis right now. He kills her over and over again, and when she gets resurrected each time, her goal is to kill him, but he keeps killing her. And then I think in this timeline, she decides to marry him. So I'm very excited to check it out. I think it'll probably be really, really good. Okay, this is on my December TBR, and I was fully planning on reading it in December, but the authors just posted in their Facebook group that they're still writing it, and that's Always the Villain by Skylar Snow and Brie Alipu. I wanted so badly to read this. I have been frothing at the mouth for this book. It is the last book in the Vitale Brothers series, and it follows the dad. You hate the dad. He's not a character you like, but in his book, what it is his sons hire somebody to fall in love with him so that he will be less of a pain in the ass. And then it's actually a love story between them. So I'm really excited. Plus I want to see cameos of the other couples because I love them. But anyway, this is one that is 1000% getting read. I would bet the farm that I am reading this book because I'm so excited for it, but I'm also so devastated that this series is ending. On to the next. The next one is Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. I actually met her, not to flex or anything. I got this signed. Hold on, where is it? I met her. I went to the book signing for when this released, and it came with this, which is artwork of him. What's his name? Alexi. And then also a little flower guide, because I think he likes to garden. And then it's also like a little note from the author. But anyway, I really want to read Gloves Off. I have read the first 3 books in this series. I loved all of them, especially The Fake Out. The Fake Out is one of my favorite books. I don't know why I haven't read this one yet, because I think it's... Oh, they're newlyweds. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't read this one yet, because it's like a marriage of convenience type thing. I think that he's getting deported. Okay, no, she marries him to get her inheritance. I think I want to do a reread of the series and then read it. But yeah, I'm very excited about this one. I have loved the other books in the series, and I love a marriage of convenience / fake marriage type thing, so very excited to check this one out. This part of my list is just like a author universe goal. And that's Rena Kent. I want to read all the Rena Kent books with my friend Maurice. We have a plan to do this. We've been talking about it for months, maybe all of this year. I'm hoping and praying that this year we at least read Cruel King, which is book 1 in the universe. I think this is how you go in chronological order. It's either chronological order or release order. This is one of the recommended orders on our website, is to start with Cruel King. We need to read this one. I need to read this one. I also desperately want to read God of Fury, but I am one of those people that, unless it is completely unintentional, I cannot read series and universes out of order. I need to do it all in order. So I need to start with Cruel King, and there are so many books in the Rena verse that sounds so incredible. There's a trilogy. There's like the Monster trilogy, I think, that sounds really good and a lot of people really love, and then also God of Fury is just talked about so frequently. And as an girly, I should have read it by now. So I need to get my shit together, and I need to read Cruel King so that I can get to them. But yeah, so that is definitely one that I'm going to do. because I have to. Promises and Pomegranates is the next one. This is also on my December TBR, I'm pretty sure. And again, this is one that I could read in December. But again, like I said, I'm on an Alien Barbarian kick right now, / an MM kick right now, and so I don't see myself necessarily picking this up. But this is one that I definitely want to read, and I also own the entire series, so I do need to read it. But yeah, it does sound really good. I think that he dates his boss's daughter, and she's had a crush on him pretty well forever. And then they hook up, and then she's like, okay, he's out of my system, I'm fine now. And he's like, no, now you're in my system, and I won't let you go. And I'm pretty sure he kidnaps her. So, very excited about that one. I cannot wait to read it. I love a kidnapping romance, so. And also, I'm just really excited to check out this whole series because I've had it on my TBR for ages, and I have the entire thing. So I need to read it. I think I'm being pretty good about what books are going on here. I think most of them I own physically, so I think I'm doing pretty well here. But yeah, on to the next. Okay, yes, I own this one too. Look at me. The next one is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I bought the special edition. Have I read it? Nope. I also have pre-ordered the special edition of Terms and Conditions, so this is one that I definitely want to read. I have read one Lauren Asher book. I think it's Throttled. It's the F1 one. I read that one. I really liked it. I think I rated it 4 stars. And then I just didn't continue with the series, but everyone raves about The Fine Print, especially, I think Terms and Conditions is the one that everybody really, really loves. So I definitely want to check it out. Plus, I own it, so I should read it. The next one is also one that I own. Holy crap, look at me. I'm on such a roll right now. Hollow by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I am pretty sure this one was also on my December TBR, but I put it on there oh, that's why. I put it on there because I love the dust jacket. It's so pretty. Look at this art. It's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I bought this just for the artwork. And then also, hold on. Bear with me a second here. Look at this art. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Yeah, so that's why I want to read that one. But anyway, I don't really know what this is about, but I just really like the cover. And I want to read it solely for that because the artwork's incredible and it's got me, so I want to read it. So there we go. Like, are you kidding? Look at that. It's beautiful. The next one is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I read the cheat sheet, really liked it, and so I started pre-ordering this whole series. Are we seeing a pattern here? Anyway, I don't really know what When in Rome is about. I don't know what any of them are about, if I'm entirely honest, but I would like to read this series in the new year. So this is one that's on my TBR for sure. And I don't know if I'll get to this one anytime soon. It's not one that's super pressing. Same with Hollow, and The Fine Print, I guess. It's not one of the ones that I'm, chomping at the bit to get to, but it is one that I would really like to read this year, and I should definitely read because I've owned this for quite a while now. And also, I pre-ordered the last one because it sounds really good, so I should probably read it. Okay, next one. This one is not on my physical TBR. Is Whispers of the Deep by Emma Hamm. I love an alien / monster / sea creature romance, and this is one that I have seen all the time. I don't know what it's about other than that, but that's all there is to it, really. I'm just really in a mythical creature kind of mood, and this is one that I've heard incredible things about, so I would like to check it out. The next one is Direbound. Who is this by? Hold on, give me a second. Okay, Direbound by Sable Sorensen. This one, do not know a thing about. I'm pretty sure it's werewolves. Well, I mean, based on the cover, it's werewolves. My story graph is taking forever to load, sorry about that. But it's werewolves, and I have seen this everywhere, and everybody is loving it. Ooh, okay, it loaded, finally, thank you. This one, it seems like her sister gets kidnapped, and in this world, if you want to be fighting in the war or be a warrior, you have to bond with a direwolf, and so she joins the army after her sister is kidnapped, and she shockingly bonds with a direwolf, and then it seems like she starts fighting with an alpha from another clan or different side of the war or something, and he is hell-bent on destroying her life. And then also she starts getting close to the crown prince and he starts protecting her. And so I don't know if maybe this will be a love triangle. Kind of excited about that. Okay, here, I'll give you the tropes really quick. I love it when authors do this, when they list the tropes at the bottom. It's one of my favorite things. It's got Touch Her and Die, Who Did This to You, Secret Royals, Slow Burn, which we love, morally gray characters, found family, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, Hidden Powers, Fated Mates. I love a Fated Mates. Do not get me started on a Fated Mates. And then also Vampires versus Wolves. Done. That's going on the list. Well, I mean, it's already on the list, but you know what I mean. The next one is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I read Out on a Limb. Adored it. It was so good. I got this one signed too. I met her and she was lovely. But anyway, off topic. I read Out on a Limb. Incredible. One of my favorite books of this year. So I want to read this just because I loved Out on a Limb so much. And I do remember really liking Sarah and Caleb in Out on a Limb, especially Sarah. I am really curious about their book. Part of my hesitation, though, is that marriage and trouble has never really been one of my favorite tropes. It's one that I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? So I'm not super jazzed about this one, but also I loved Out on a Limb, so I have faith in my girl Hannah Bonham Young. She knows what she's doing, and so I know that I'm going to love this. But do I have a super strong pull to it right now? Not really. But I know that when I pick it up, I'm going to love it. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I don't really know what it's about. I just want to read it because I saw a TikTok, and it seems like the MMC is quite well loved, and for good reason. So I want to read it for that, you know? And I think he's the devil. And she makes a deal with him. So that's always fun. I want to get into Romantasy more. Plus I own it, and I own Brimstone. So I need to read this. Plus I've heard incredible things. So I would like to read it, just for that. Do I know what it's about? Not really. But I'm putting it on here because I would like to read it. The next one, this is one that I don't know for sure will come out. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be devastated. But this is Brides of Kylor, book number 4. I love the Brides of Kylor series. I want so badly for book 4 to come out, but my friend told me that it might not be coming out until 2027. So if that is true, I'm going to be so devastated. But I'm holding out hope. I have a spot for it on my list. I want it to be filled by Brides of Kylor number 4. I don't even know what it's called, but I love seeing those siblings fall in love. They are always so gone for their mates, and I just love like a vampire type romance. That is one that I want to read so badly. So Brides of Kylor number 4. Zoe Draven, please. I want to read you this year. The next one, where are you? I don't know where any of my stuff is. I've got books everywhere, man. Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Oh, I bought this solely for the end paper art. Look at this, man. I bought this book solely for that. She looks like a bad bitch. Also, I've heard incredible things about this book, and so I definitely want to check this out. Plus, it has dragons in it, apparently, and I love dragons in books. So, do I know anything about this? Not really, but from what I have heard, it is absolutely incredible, and so I really want to check it out. The next one, The Wolf King number 3 by Lauren Palfreyman. I've seen that it is supposed to come out in summer of 2026. If it does not, I will riot. I loved The Wolf King so much. It was one of those books that after I finished it, I felt a hole in my chest. I couldn't read anything else. Everything else sucked in comparison. I was like, oh yeah, this is good, but The Wolf King, you know what I mean? It was absolutely incredible. It consumed me for weeks. I want to be back there again. I don't. That was a horrible feeling, but I need that book so badly. So please, Lauren, write this for me. I need it. The next one is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. This was also on my December TBR. But am I going to read it? Probably not. Look at this art, though. I can't get over it. Every time I look at it, it's so good. Anyway, hold on. Let me tell you what this is about. Okay, so she's a warrior, and she is sent to go marry this guy because she heard that he's an asshole, and she wants to kill him. And so she goes to be his bride so that she can bring him to his knees and kill him. But then she falls in love. And so I am very excited about this. Why haven't I picked it up yet? It'll be on my 2026 TBR. And it is one that I need to read, and I want to read, but for some reason I keep putting it off. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. I'll read it eventually. Hopefully soon, because every time I read the synopsis, I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. And then I go to pick it up. Can't do it. Don't know why. Anyway, someone convinced me to read this because I really want to read it, but something's stopping me. This one is 5 Broken Blades by Mai Corland. I bought this for the edges. I also bought books 2 and 3 for the edges. I also don't know at all what this is about. I bought it just for the edges. And I also saw that it had romance in it. That's the reason I bought it. Okay, so it seems like there's 5 assassins trying to kill the king, and it seems like only one person can survive. Because it goes down to like 4 ruined realms, I think, and then three something. I'll put the covers here. Okay, 5 broken blades, then book 4. I want to say it's 4 ruined realms, but I could be wrong. Here, and then book 3 something. Yeah, I don't really know what this is about, I'll be honest with you, but I would like to read it. I would like to get it off my TBR because it stares me in the face every day. I have it out like this. I walk past it and I'm like, I haven't read you. And this came out, let me see. It came out in May of 2024, but it's on the TBR for 2026. Anyway, okay, the next one. We are on to the second to last one. Black Sunshine by Karina Halley. I read Blood Orange by Karina Halley. Do not get me started on that book. It was incredible. Again, one of the best books that I read in 2025. So good. And you get introduced to the characters in this book in Blood Orange. I think realistically you should probably read this one first, but I read Blood Orange. Here's the funny thing. I saw them and I was like, oh, I wonder if they get a book. I would love to read their story. Anyway, I am very excited about this. I love a vampire romance so much, and Karina Halley does a vampire romance so well. So I cannot wait to check this out. I don't know why I've been putting it off. I need to read it. 2026 is the year that we're doing it. We're reading it, and it's gonna be incredible, and I can't wait. The last one, this was also on my December TBR. Will I read this? Possibly. I don't know if I will or not. This kind of fits the theme of what I've been reading right now, and it's Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. This is a demon romance. I think that she summons a demon for some reason. Okay, so she hunts ghosts, and then she accidentally summons a demon. And I think that they're, like, bonded, or hold on. Oh my god. It's a demon who stalks her. She summons him, and then he stalks her, and then he's the only one that can keep her safe. Are you kidding me? I need to read this one, so that's why it's on the list, but I am very excited about this one. I have heard nothing but incredible things. I think it's also a trilogy or 4 books or more. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's complete, but guess what? I have pre-ordered the 2nd special edition for this book, so I need to read this one before I get book 2, so then that way if it sucks, I can cancel my pre-order. But yeah, that is my 26 books for 2026. Let me just try and hold all of these so I can hold something while I'm talking to you. I am so very excited about all of these. Maybe not all of them. I would say I'm excited about a good chunk of them, like 70-80% of them, which I think is pretty good. Some of them I'm just forcing myself to read, you know, like there are a few books on here that I should have read ages ago, and it's time. So I'm hoping that I get around to them. I would like to complete at least 50% of this. I think that that would be a good goal. And one of my big goals for 2026 is I really desperately want to decrease my physical TBR. I have so many books that I own that I haven't read, and I need to, because I think I own 300 and something books, and I've probably barely or just read a third of them. So that's something I really want to work on in 2026, and I'm hoping that this big ass TBR that I have just made, I gotta be careful, I don't think I should do that again, so I'm gonna do it again. I am hoping that this big TBR, I gotta stop, I have tendinitis. I'm hoping that this big TBR that I have made will help me do that and hold myself accountable. And also, if you've read any of these, please let me know how much you love them so that you can influence me to pick them up, because I want to read a lot of these really badly, but something just stops me. I'm never really in the mood, and so I just need someone to force me. Tell me how much you love these books. Tell me how much you think I would love these books, why you love these books, or if you hate them, don't tell me, because I do want to read them. No, do tell me. I want to know. If they suck, tell me. I don't want to waste my time. But yeah, I would really love to read a lot of these. So if you do love them, please tell me, because I need to put the pedal to the metal here. I should have read a lot of these a long time ago. So I'm hoping that 2026 is the year. Crossing my fingers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that my super vague descriptions got you excited about any of these. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking with me till the end if you have, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, my lovelies.